On other gaming platforms, it's really easy to see how many hours you've played of a game. But unfortunately for Blizzard games, there's no easy way to see how many hours you have logged into StarCraft 2 or any other game. Or at least that was what I thought until now. Somebody recently gave me the way to actually do this, and I'm going to show you how to do it today as well. Using these stats, I calculated that I've been playing StarCraft 2 for 790,000 minutes. Well, that is roughly 13,000 hours, 500 days, and 1.5 years. Now, I find that just insane and ridiculous to think about. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can calculate it, because unlike games on Steam, we don't really have that opportunity just to read the number. We have to do it ourselves manually. And so we just need to start by making a support ticket with Blizzard. Unfortunately, you're going to have to submit one, but it's not too much effort. So what you're going to do is go to Blizzard support, and I'll leave a link to this in the description down below. And all you're going to do is click this button that says access my Battle.net account and game data. And we just press continue. Now they'll give you a bit of information about how it's going to work. Importantly, it says it may take up to 30 days, but I got my request done within an hour. And you're going to need 7-zip installed to be able to decrypt the file with the password that they send to you. So this will give you all your game information from every game that you've played on this email address and the Battle.net account linked to it. So personally, I have 2 Battle.net accounts, and so I just had to do 2 requests to get all the information that I needed to do this calculation. So once they finally send it through to you, you just need to use the password that they sent to you in your email, use that to log into the file, and then you have all of the data that they have kept on you. And honestly, it's kind of insane the amount of information that they keep about you, although not too surprising, there's nothing really that shocking in here. If you just search up StarCraft 2, you'll be taken to each one of your accounts. So in this account, I have 3 different ones, one for EU, one for NA, and one for Korea. And if you just go down to this section where it says Toon, and under the heading Total Minutes Online, you'll be able to see how many minutes you've spent on this account. So for this account, that is my Barcode Career account, that I spend most of my time laddering on, you can see that I've played almost 8,000 games of StarCraft 2, and I've been online for about 170,000 minutes, which is a pretty cool statistic. So what you might like to do is make an Excel spreadsheet and just write down how many minutes you've spent on each one of these accounts. So I just went through with every single one of my accounts, and there's some really interesting results in here. So overall, I've only spent about 400 hours on the European server, which isn't surprising because I'm from Australia, and my ping to the European server is about 350 to 400 on a good day. On the North American server, I've spent roughly 7,000 hours, which isn't too surprising because this originally includes Southeast Asia back in the day where I originally started, and I would have been playing a lot of campaign back then, and all the tournaments that I play if I'm playing on my account on the North American server, I'm logged in there. So that makes a lot of sense. And then for Korea, I have about 5,000 hours, and that's the main place where I stay and ladder and practice. So overall, I find that really, really interesting, about 5,000 hours on Korea, and most of those would be over the last 6 years. Prior to being a pro gamer, I mostly played on the North American server, so it's really interesting to see this breakdown. Now you can do some great maths, you can tally everything up and see what you get. Like I said earlier in this video, I have roughly 791,912 minutes, 13,000 hours, 550 days, or 1.5 years, which I've been playing StarCraft 2 for about 12 years. And so if I've been logged in for 1.5 years, that means roughly I've been logged into StarCraft 2 for 10% of the last decade, which is kind of crazy. Now, obviously, maybe I left some on overnight. That's not too surprising. Or when I was in high school, I'd be playing a lot of StarCraft 2. As I've gotten older, it definitely isn't open 10% of the time. But I guess right now as well, when I'm on that YouTube grind, I have StarCraft 2 open a bunch just to do a bunch of research and unit tester and stuff like that. So not too surprising. So please let me know in the comments down below how many hours you've played and then what rank you are, because it'd be really interesting to see. They say that to become a master at something, you have to play for 10,000 hours. Well, with this amount of hours, I guess I'm a grandmaster. That was so bad. But the other cool thing I did was I looked up how much money I had made over my pro gaming career just from prize money. So this doesn't include streaming on Twitch, YouTube, any salary that I was receiving, and any other random funds. This is solely just prize money. And as a weird aside, it turns out I've almost made as much money as Hydra, which is kind of confusing, considering you probably wouldn't compare me to Hydra at all. But in the later years of StarCraft 2, prize money has really inflated. Back in 2010, prize monies were really, really small. But so roughly I made 84,000 USD, and as I look at my bank account today, I have no idea where any of that is gone. But that means I made $6.40 of USD per hour that I played StarCraft 2, and converted to Australian dollars, that's roughly $10 an hour, which I think is about half the minimum wage. And so honestly, that's not too bad. I thought it would have been much, much lower, because it really is weird thinking that every hour I play of StarCraft 2, somebody is giving me a $10 note. That makes no sense to me at all. And then if we include all the other forms of StarCraft income that I had, then this hourly rate goes up quite a bit. And then suddenly, yeah, maybe I can live minimum wage. But you can probably see, I'm not the most successful StarCraft 2 pro gamer of all time, not by a long shot. And really, I can't live my life like this. So you can understand why I've gone out and got a full-time job, 9 to 5. For somebody like Cyril, I'd be really interested to see how many hours he's played, because because he's won over $1 million. So his hourly rate is going to be much, much higher. Now, actually, I was thinking about doing a video that covers how much StarCraft 2 players get paid, both through prize money as well as salary. And so if you guys would find this video really interesting, please let me know, and I'll be sure to go about making it. StarCraft 2 has been an invaluable part of my life. And I wonder if 10 years time, I'm going to regret playing it throughout my teenage years as well as my early 20s. I don't think so. I believe I've learnt so much from StarCraft 2, and also I've made such great friends along the way that I'm going to keep for a lifetime. So all these minutes, these hours, these days, these years that I've spent investing in StarCraft 2, I think it's totally worth it. How about you?